Greetings, Helldivers. Ervin here with a breakdown for the newly announced Truth Enforcers Warbond dropping on the 31st of this month. Liberty Day is only 2 days away, which is already promising new content, but Arrowhead wasn't quite done surprising the player base there and decided to drop a new Ministry of Truth approved Warbond on us out of the blue on top. Given that my channel is 100% Ministry of Truth approved content, I figured there was no one else more approved to bring you everything we know about this new gear than me. But first, there's been a lot of new games dropping lately, and maybe you were looking to save some cash on Spooky Week. For this, accept no substitute and check out this video sponsor, Instant Gaming. Now, Instant Gaming isn't just your average key marketplace. They got their stock directly from authorized sources and offer you games on average 20% cheaper than Steam standard pricing. Maybe even thinking about getting your friends in on a 7 Days to Die 1.0 server for Spooky Month. But that $40 price tag is throwing a wrench in your plans. Instant Gaming's got you covered with a 60% off sale charging only 18 bucks. Maybe you're looking to try out No More Room in Hell 2 with your buddies, but the idea of an 8 player co op game charging $30 a pop didn't feel quite right. Shop with Instant Gaming and get even new releases like this one 33% off. Use my link in the description below to support the channel and start saving with Instant Gaming today. Now, working our way through the cosmetics and armor editions first, we are getting some absolutely sick looking red and black paint jobs for our Pelican, Mechs, and Hell pods that I am absolutely going to be rocking. The new title, Free of Thought, with a red and black Ministry of Truth skull icon, is also quite the nice looking addition. I know cosmetics are a matter of taste, of course, but these new additions on top of these beautiful looking player cards and capes look like fantastic additions to the Drip collection, in my opinion. Done with the form, on with the function. The UF-16 Inspector light armor presenting itself with a stoic officer look, and the UF-50 Bloodhound medium armor are dropping with the new Warbond to seek out dissenters and punish any thought crimes amongst our ranks. Both of these armor suits come with the new Unflinching passive, which will reduce the stagger you receive from enemies. This passive will most notably assist you in avoiding being aim punched out of your railgun or quasar shots that you've been charging up behind cover only to have them thrown to the moon by the automaton the moment you peek out. It's also going to be extremely helpful for when you get 1-2 comboed by those hunters, preventing your stim from injecting you, as your Helldiver would instead rather die and flail his arms around than finish the stim animation. What this notably is not likely to help you with, based on the description, is ragdolling, as pushing force and stagger force are two different statistics. Stagger is what throws your aim off and prevents stimming, which is what this armor is being portrayed to help prevent. While pushing force from explosives and heavy lasers is what knocks you to the floor. It's entirely possible this armor will help prevent ragdoll or assist in the recovery from the status, but currently there is no reason to believe this beyond copium infused hopium. If you do end up liking this new passive, though, it's extremely likely a third unseen armor with this passive sporting a heavy level of armor instead is going to be available in the Superstore on the 31st. And given that heavy armors cost the most extra super credits, I suggest you start saving up now if an unflinching heavy armor sounds as appealing to you as it does to me. Now, as far as weapons, we've got no new support weapon this time, which, considering how the sterilizer debuted, I can't say I'm sad about this. No, instead of a gas cloudless gas weapon, we are instead getting the Plas 15 Loyalist, a sidearm made in the image of the Plasma Purifier's rework that can both fire on semi automatic for a speculatory 125 damage and charge up to, I would say, 400 damage. I also have reason to believe that the magazine capacity will be 8, and the fire rate, should Arrowhead not fix this oversight with the purifier, will be up to 6,000 RPM when utilizing your scroll wheel to fire a macro or just the lightning fast fingers of a Helldiver. As far as armor penetration, medium armor pen is likely, although I could see them making the ballistic component light with the explosion medium. Overall, it should be a fine addition to the game and a flexible pick that can compete with the dominance of the big iron. Next up, we have the SG-20 shell-loaded shotgun, looking to be a real crowd pleaser. Sporting programmable ammo able to swap between a shell filled with stunning pellets capable of stopping hordes of enemies in their tracks. Great for supporting a team during eradicates against the automatons or any Terminid mission. But wait, it also swaps to an armor-piercing flechette shell capable of piercing through medium armor. As far as damage, you're likely looking at a shotgun capable of doing something in between the damage of the Slugger and the Punisher, as I'm assuming they don't want this weapon to outright beat the Punisher in every metric, given it's only capable of light pen. As far as the ammo count, it's safe to assume that you're going to have overall less shells loaded at any given time, given that the barrel length compared to other shotguns is notably shorter, likely 12 shells at a time. However, because it's a shell loaded shotgun, you will also be able to load shells in between each pump for a pseudo infinite stream of fire, just like the other shotguns, of course. For the hard numbers, we'll just have to wait and see, however, as Arrowhead has gotten quite good at keeping its secrets from me lately. I'll likely know more on the 26th and update this video's description with the additional information on the weapons, however. Next, we have the SMG-31 Reprimand, a medium penetration SMG sporting a relatively low rate of fire, but with above average stopping power for an automatic ballistic weapon. We have reason to believe this weapon utilizes the 13 by 40 AP rounds currently not being utilized by any other weapon, indicating the weapon would then deal 100 damage per round with an armor penetration level of 3. Now, the clips on 25% speed make it apparent the troopers in the trailer are surviving body shots from the reprimand, despite only having 100 torso health. This doesn't mean our speculation is wrong, however, as the immediate loss of damage due to fall off would cause this to still occur. Given that they also label this a heavy SMG, it also remains to be seen whether this will be a two-handed weapon or a medium SMG that can be paired up with a ballistic shield, something I think many divers would be excited to try alongside a stagger-resistant suit of heavy armor. Not to mention, it's kind of got the HK slap going on, which, I mean, everyone loves that, right?
To the HK slap.
Lastly, we've got the new Dead Sprint booster, a new booster that will certainly be making its way into the speed running metagame and the loadouts of veteran Helldivers that have outgrown the idea of regularly dying, no longer needing Hellpod space optimization. This booster allows you to continue sprinting even when out of stamina at the cost of draining your health, which basically just means when running long distances that you already planning to pop stims during for mobility from your experimental infusion booster, you now just get to sprint for a longer period of time before needing to pop a new stim. Pretty niche, as I feel only the most experienced Helldivers should make room for this, as it's certainly not taking the experimental infusion slot or vitality slot by any means. But a unique new addition all the same, and likely also going to see some use for those that are farming super credits. That's going to do it for me as far as what I know for the Truth Enforcers Warbond. Pretty excited for this one, and definitely going to be rocking this very stoic and intimidating emote out on the field alongside this beautiful officer outfit on the 31st. As I said, I'll also be updating the description of this video with more numerical info on the Warbond on the 26th during Liberty Day, as that is when I'd expect them to sneak these new additions under the hood. Hope you found this video insightful, and have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time.
Oh,
No
that's
full
classic.
auto in the
I
building.
don't have an AMR.
That's not full auto. This is full auto. Damn, bro. Okay.